So hey there guys, Erin here again, another Ketomas. We're getting towards the end and this is getting so exciting because when we're at the end of this, it's also going to be 2018. So I wanted to kind of do a video about goal setting in the new year and just kind of giving a bunch of ideas for New Year's resolutions, healthy resolutions that, take keto to the next level, but also just your health in general to the next level. We can have these grand goals of I want to lose 100 pounds this year, I want to lose 50 pounds in a year, and those are great, but when we have a bunch of micro goals, we can actually feel like we're achieving something and that we're moving towards that goal. And all of these are meant to be little things that you can do, little mind tricks that you can do in order to make sure you're moving towards your bigger goal. So the first one is to simply just make the year about focusing on getting your health in line. And this could just be simply eating better, making sure you're getting more sleep, being active, just making, in general, as you go forward throughout the year, just focusing on your health, not necessarily the number on the scale. Number 2 would be to stop a bad habit. This could be smoking, drinking lots of soda pop, eating processed foods, even just bad internal self-dialogue where you're critical of yourself or being really critical to others. Just eliminating one could set you on the path to just better health throughout the year. Number 3 would be to limit fast food or eating out. Save the money, take the money that you would have normally spent on those meals and use it to buy yourself a better wardrobe once you've started to lose weight. Number 4 would be to create your own personal mantra. And this is something that you say to yourself when you're feeling down, when you're doubting yourself, and you just don't feel like you can go any further in your goal or you're second guessing yourself. My personal mantra is, if not today, then when? I mean, that's a very generic one, but it really gets my mind focused. If I'm not gonna do this now, whenever am I gonna do it? Every single day I'm aging, I'm getting older, and if I don't take care of this now, I'm less likely to take care of it later on because I'm gonna become more complacent in the way that I am. So by focusing on it now, I'm gonna bite it in the butt and I'm just gonna get to my optimal health sooner, and I'm going to be able to enjoy more of my life at that health. So finding a mantra that works for you is one that will kind of constantly keep you, focused on your goal. Number 5 would be to focus on reducing your stress. Stress can cause us to derail and get off of what it is we're doing. It can cause us to binge eat. It can cause us to not want to work out. But if we find that we can reduce our stress or just manage our stress better, then that can keep us focused on our goals throughout the year. Number 6 is to get rid of your old clothes. This is your big clothes and your small clothes. More than likely, if you lose a lot of weight, you're not going to want to wear clothes that you were wearing when you were at that weight before. So if it was 5, 6, 10 years ago that you were at whatever your goal weight is, you're probably not going to want to wear those clothes. You're probably going to end up buying new clothes in order to celebrate your success. I would hold on to 1 or 2 items as a kind of reminder. I've got an old high school shirt that I like to pull out as a reminder of where I've gotten to through this whole process, but for the most part, I've gotten rid of almost all of my clothes. My big clothes, my small clothes. This has just freed me up from having all that old stuff kind of congesting my life, and it just feels like I'm starting a new chapter. So number 7 would be to have a chill out time, making that a priority. And this is just a time in your evening where you are chill, you are maybe reading, you are maybe meditating, you're just doing something to wind yourself down. This gets you into the routine of falling asleep. If you're gonna do anything in conjunction with maybe being on a keto diet, having a chill out time in the evening will just put you in the right frame of mind to fall asleep and rest and relax your body throughout the night. So that way you go through all of the nightly routine and maintenance that your body does on yourself when you are sleeping. Number 8 would be to try waking up 30 minutes earlier than you are right now. This gives you more time to either focus on working out, packing healthy foods to eat throughout the day, getting caught up on your reading, meditating, getting focused on your day, and just prioritizing. There's a lot of information out there that shows that when we have that extra bit of time in the morning, we are more focused and more productive throughout our day. Number 9 would be to make meal planning a priority. This just sets you up to have all your meals ready throughout the week, saves you money, saves you time, and it also removes any diet confusion. So number 10 would be to try to eat from as many different fat sources as you can. Different fat sources will help to maximize the amount of nutrition that you're getting from your food, the different fat balances that you're getting, different monounsaturated fatty acids, different polyunsaturated fatty acids, as well as just different saturated fats. This will also give you a different blend of omegas, and there's just tons of benefits to that, including just different regulations within your body as well as hormones. So it's very important to make sure that you're eating a variety of different fats. So number 11 would be to try and move away from using tracking apps. What I would recommend you do is to write down what you eat throughout the day, write down the amounts that you're eating the way you would track it in the app, but then guess next to it what you think the carb amount is, the net carbs, the calories, and all of that. And then at the end of the evening, enter all that information into your tracking app and see how close you were. This is just gonna start setting you up to go from being on a diet to being on a lifestyle. So this is just gonna give you longevity going forward and how to manage, view, and think about the foods that you're eating. Number 12 would be to gauge your mood before you eat. Are you eating because you're actually hungry, or are you eating because something emotional is going on in your world, or you're just stressed or bored? Just thinking and being mindful about why you're eating can help to start eliminating any emotional eating, any binge eating that you might be doing, just make you more present in the reasons why you're actually eating. Are you eating out of a routine? Are you eating out of an emotion? Or are you eating because you're actually hungry? Number 13 is to try to focus on having your carbs come from as many different vegetable sources as possible. This will just naturally help you to focus on eating a little bit more cleanly and eating less processed foods. Number 14 would be to try to move or be active constantly throughout the day. Stand when you're working, get up and move around while you're working if you can in your office. Just try to do little things throughout the day so that you are just more active. In fact, stand while you're watching YouTube videos. If you're on a mobile device right now, stand up, watch the rest of this YouTube video while standing. You will burn more calories than you would have if you were sitting. Number 15 is to make it a priority to recalculate your macros and your calories after every 5 pounds you lose. Every time you get a little bit smaller, those numbers change, and when you are focused on making sure those numbers are correct, you will continuously meet the progress that you want to see going forward on your weight loss journey. Number 16 is to make it a goal that you will only weigh yourself once a week. The changes that you see day to day don't necessarily reflect what's going on in the bigger part of you. So just doing a weekly weigh-in will make it so you're not so focused on the small changes. I mean, what you did yesterday isn't gonna make a huge impact on what you do today. And when you just have that once a week weigh-in, it just kind of sets you up to not be so disheartened if something small happens throughout the week. Number 17 is to drink a glass of water right away in the morning. This just helps to set up your digestion and kind of just gets you focused on making sure that you drink more water throughout the day. Number 18 is to try and reduce the amount of caffeine that you are consuming. Or if you can't reduce it, try to limit it after 1 p.m. Caffeine is a stimulant. It can, prevent us from falling asleep or getting more restful sleep. It can also play a role on our adrenal glands and kind of those stress hormones. So you want to make sure that you're kind of limiting it and not consuming too much caffeine. Number 19 is to spend some time learning more about the sourcing of the food you are eating. Where did it come from? What is in it? And how did it get there? Just being aware of these things can make you more aware of what it is you're actually eating, and that awareness can lead to other small micro healthy habits. Number 20 is to spend more time outside. So right now in the Western Hemisphere, this isn't the best time for this, but if you spend at least 10 to 15 minutes outside daily, you should get enough of your vitamin D, especially at peak sun times. Right now it's not the best time, and so you do kind of have to supplement it, but throughout the majority of the year, at least 9 months of the year, you should be able to get enough sunlight and enough vitamin D from that sunlight in order to meet your daily requirements and just feel kind of like a happy, healthy, more alert person. Number 21 would be to learn to create your own recipes that you really love on keto or on any diet. When you're more engaged in how you're eating and cooking, this just makes it feel more personal, and that can really help to keep you, again, engaged in your diet and your way of eating. Number 22 is to create a healthy reading book book list and then try to read at least one of those books each month. This will just give you more information about being healthy, different ways to be healthy, different practices that you could add in order to make your health a priority as you go forward on your journey. Number 23 is to go to your doctor and get blood work done. Get your cholesterol checked, get your hormone levels checked, find out where it is you are at right now, and then see where it is you need to improve on in order to be a better, healthier you. Number 24 is to write down all the goals that you decide to work on in 2018 and then check in on them at once a month to see where you're at and where you need to improve on. What's going right, what's going wrong. This will just keep you more accountable throughout the year. Number 25 is to create a workout routine that works for you. Find a way to be active, find a way to be engaged in your workouts so that way you don't feel like you are complacent or getting behind in your workouts. Don't do a workout just because you saw somebody on YouTube really enjoys it. Do a workout that you really enjoy. Find a way that makes you happy to be active and actually makes you want to be active. For me, one of the things that first started me out on being more active was workout DVDs, because I felt like I had somebody in the room that was a personal cheerleader kind of encouraging me to work out. So I didn't feel alone and I felt comfortable because I was in my home. So if I sucked at working out or if I couldn't do that move, it was just me and my own embarrassment and nobody else. So find a way that works best for you and find a way to stick to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips for how to be, just being more creative with your goals and your ideas for resolutions in 2018. It doesn't have to be, I want to lose X amount of weight, I want to be able to lift X amount of weight, or I want to be able to do a marathon. It can be little tiny micro goals that can help to build you to get to that goal and just help you to get to a point where you are setting better habits for yourself throughout the year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!